The biases of the Western media does not seem to end anytime soon, even as their own home is set ablaze and violence has engulfed the cities since over a week now. French state-run media decides to peddle the Islamist narrative of dara musalman in Modi's India. The French media does not want to see burning of libraries, violence on their streets, or even the cruelty of French police who shot dead a 17-year-old Algerian Muslim boy. But in India, ahead of Bakrid, it is busy spreading the Islamist narrative that Muslims in Modi's India live in perpetual fear for their lives. Hello and welcome, I am Shreya and you're watching The Pamphlet. France 24 media channel recently shared a video clip from the southeast of New Delhi showcasing how Muslims in India are under a constant threat of so-called Hindu extremism, especially at the time of Bakrid, wherein their trucks loaded with goats are confiscated. Not only this, the narrative of the Western media even went on to the extent of demeaning PM Modi for promoting violence against the Indian Muslims. To put things in perspective, India is a diverse land with people from many religions called home. In fact, the Indian Muslims enjoy the equal and sometimes more benefits of the various government schemes, including free ration, abolition of instant divorce practices, free COVID vaccinations, free housing and Ujjwala cooking gas connections. France 24 talks about the Eid festival and sale of goats ahead of Eid by Muslim vendors. It claims that ahead of the festival, the Muslims live in fear for their lives from the extremist Hindu faction, which defends national vegetarianism, target trucks transporting animals. First of all, there is no such thing as national vegetarianism. Half the population in India consumes non-vegetarian food, including some sections of the Brahmin community, which is often painted as oppressive. Secondly, France 24 conveniently forgot that the many incidents of violence that take place regarding cattle are over the cow smuggling and illegal cow slaughter. Cow slaughter is prohibited by law in many parts of the country, as Hindus consider cows holy. In many cases where violence took place, the cows that were being taken for illegal slaughter were stolen from their owners. In rural India, animal husbandry is one of the important ways to earn livelihood, and cows, buffaloes, and other cattle are their assets, so to speak in plain commercial terms. People often treat them as members of their families. Gaur Rakshaks are the ones who protect the cows from slaughter. But instead of addressing the original sin of stealing an animal for illegal slaughter, the liberals choose to humanize the perpetrators, and Western media continues to peddle half-baked information. France 24 then talks about the open space in Gurugram when namaz would take place on Fridays. Except they don't mention that the local residents there had alleged that the Muslim namazis would block the roads while offering prayers, and how the movement of people there gets affected. This when there are mosques nearby and one can also offer namaz in their homes. Further, it was alleged that the grounds where namaz was being held was government property and there was no proper permission in place for such a huge gathering from administration. Such unauthorized gathering of crowds could lead to a law and order situation. But why let facts get in the way of propaganda? France 24 claims that since Modi came to power in 2014, violence against 200 million Muslims has increased. This incredible generalization shows how far from truth this is. If the French state-owned media is to be believed, every single Muslim in India is persecuted, whereas it has been under the government that the Muslim woman got dignity when the government made instant triple talaq a criminal offense. No Muslim man can divorce his wife over WhatsApp or just by muttering talaq 3 times, as it used to happen earlier. The Pasmanda community in India has benefited immensely under the current leadership. And while the local residents of France are raising questions about the immigration laws, Muslims in France are crying Islamophobia as local French residents question why even the 3rd and 4th generation of immigrants have not integrated into the French society. Imagine then France state-owned media having the audacity to mouth platitudes about pluralism in India. Thank you for watching. If you liked the content, do like, share and subscribe to our channel, The Pamphlet.